Hey friends. Got something in my throat. Welcome back to another vlog, y'all. So if you are new here, my name is Amber. I am a mom, a wife, all things, I guess, that a lot of us are. Today is Monday. I just wanted to go ahead and start the vlog off this week today on Monday. Today's July 21st. I am currently about to head inside the nail salon because even though they actually don't look too bad, y'all, I was going to, some of them are starting to kind of lift a little bit, so I was going to go ahead and get them done because they've been on now probably for about maybe four or 5 weeks, maybe not even that long, probably 3-4 weeks or so. And I kind of like to come, I think it just depends on how well they dip them, but for the most part mine will normally last about 4 weeks or so. Maybe 5, but like I said, these are actually pretty okay still, and I'm very ashy right now, y'all, because I just washed my hands and I didn't put anything on them because I knew I was coming here. But this one did come off yesterday, and then some of the other ones are just kind of starting to lift. And so when they kind of start to lift, I like to go ahead and get them done because they get kind of hung on everything. So yeah, I'm gonna head inside of here. He's out here actually waiting on me, so I'll catch y'all in a little while. And I did a Starbucks run earlier this morning, so I just got a white mocha, an iced white mocha, and I normally get the decaf espresso, which I guess is a little bit pointless, can be, because some people want the caffeine, but I personally like the decaf just because it's better, and it's just better for my bladder in particular. So yeah, that's just kind of how I started today. So I'm off this week too, so I have a lot that I want to get done at home, like storage and organization stuff. So I will be probably bringing y'all along for some of that, but I just have a lot of like deep cleaning stuff I need to do. I guess more so it's organization and clean out, because I've been doing a lot of clean out, I think, throughout the year. So but yeah, just continuing in some of that. But I'm gonna shoot in here really quick and I'll catch y'all in a little bit.
I'm thinking you were made for me.
Ready for bed. Put our eye mask to, put our slippers on, and say goodnight to you.
So right here, y'all, I was trying to see if I like this flower arrangement. I had bought these hydrangeas from Publix, and I put them on the counter to start with. And I normally like to have some fresh flowers on the counter if I can. And these I had just picked up from Publix because they normally have like the 3 for 12 for like the smaller bundles. And I decided to put them in the bathroom just to kind of see how I liked it. I had just finished cleaning it, and I kind of felt like it would get knocked over and be in the way in there. So I ended up moving them, and this was the final look.
I'm thinking you were made for me.
And if y'all did not know, Dollar Tree has some really cute bags. They have really cute tissue paper now. It's like really the go-to for good gift bags. So if y'all have not checked Dollar Tree for a $1.25 gift bag, y'all are missing out. But I definitely recommend y'all check here. This one is really cute too. I like this one. And then I saw one down here that I liked. I need one that's kind of like medium sized. I don't need a really big one. That one's kind of cute. So that's what I'm looking for. Which one do I like better? Y'all like this one? This one? There's some other options back here, but those look mostly like cat friendly. Are y'all a dog or a cat person? Preferably, I'm a dog person. I grew up with cats, but now it's just like cats are just not my thing. So no offense to cat lovers out there, but they're just not. I don't know. It's something about them. I feel like cats want to be bothered when they want to be bothered, and then they just are kind of like sneaky. And I'm gonna have to take like all of these off, y'all, just to get to the one I want. I hate having to do that, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And this is one of those moments. But I will put it back when I'm finished. Like, cause they already got the people's stuff all out of order. They got little bags down here. We're supposed to be like the bigger bags. I really like this one. I feel like the flowers just really pop against the lines on here. So it adds some contrast. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. All right, let me put these back before y'all say, you just making a mess. All right. And I realized I forgot to show y'all my nail color from yesterday. So I ended up getting this really pretty hot pink. And I almost got chrome on it, but then me and the nail tech were like, the pink is just, it really pops and it's so pretty. And the chrome really doesn't do a whole lot of justice anyway sometimes, unless you get it on like a darker color. So I'm really happy with the pink. And yep, I'm still kind of ashy, y'all, because I've been cleaning all day. But, and I got out of the shower. And I did put lotion on, but I've washed my hands many times since. So I'm pretty happy with this color though. And if y'all do not check out Dollar Tree books, I highly recommend that y'all do, because a lot of times they have really good books that come from Target or just other places that they get them from. So I'm gonna pick this one up, Five Bad Deeds, and then I'm also gonna pick up With Neighbors Like This. Okay, so I always check the book section when I come in here, because they normally have some really good finds that really will cost you an arm and a leg somewhere else versus $1.25. So Dollar Tree, make sure you keep your books $1.25 for us that are reading girls. Since when did plastics get to be $1.50? So this is new for me, because I have bought these up here to put jewelry in. They're really good because the drawer pulls out, but now they're $1.50. So I understand things have gone up, but dang, y'all. So in case you buy these too, just know that they're $1.50 now. They're no longer $1.25. So Dollar Tree is slowly creeping up on us in some of their products, as y'all already know. But just the FYI on these. So I was also looking for those viral eyeshadows that I saw people on YouTube talking about Dollar Tree having like these really, they were actually pretty big palettes. And they had like different covers on them that were actually really cute. But I'm not seeing them at this Dollar Tree. We do have another Dollar Tree that I can check out. So I'll probably end up doing that. I don't need any eyeshadow, but I do like to kind of just see what they have. So I'm not seeing it here, and this one kind of looks a little bit empty when it comes to like the makeup section, but I'll definitely be checking the other one. Good morning. So today is Wednesday, and I did a Pilates workout this morning, and I just showered, and then now I am just putting on some face oil. This is actually the Pearless. I never know if I'm saying it right. I think it's Pearless. The Pearless Glow Revival facial oil. So actually I really like this. It is pretty oily. Of course it's an oil, but I do like that it doesn't leave like a filmy like residue or like, you know, just that gunky feel on your hands. So I do wash my hands after I use it, but of course I like how it feels kind of lightweight on my skin. So actually this was a product that came in my BoxyCharm box like a couple months ago, and I still am working through like using a lot of the different products. So this was just one of them. I have like so many other residual products that I have to use and just kind of work my way through, but I love having like that plethora. So it's almost like I get to go shopping for skincare or cosmetic stuff or whatever when I go like in my little stash that I have. So I really like doing that. And then I am just gonna kind of put my makeup on now, and then I'm gonna figure out if I want iced coffee today or hot coffee, because some days, if you know, you know, some days are hot coffee day and some days are iced coffee. Which one do y'all prefer? Are you an iced coffee girl? Are you a hot coffee girl? I'm kind of both. For a long time I really didn't like cold coffee, but I really started to switch it up a little bit because I do like some of the cold coffees. And this is actually makeup wise, this is the Maybelline 30 Hour, and it's in the shade 350. And I have really, this is the second time I bought it. I bought it Monday because I was out. This is actually, I got it from CVS. It's about $16. So I had a $10 coupon. I had $1.11 in like rewards or whatever. And then I also do like the little $5 a month subscription that CVS has, because that basically allows you to be able to get, I think it's 10 or 15% off of CVS products. So it actually comes in handy. It's only like $5 a year actually. Well, it's $5 a month. And I actually ended up getting it one day when they had these beach chairs that we have in the garage that we haven't used yet. And sometimes I would like to put my earrings on before I do my makeup, but I'm improvising today. But I actually, it's kind of, these conversations, y'all, are kind of like squirrel. So y'all don't mind that. But I actually ended up getting a subscription one day because they had these beach chairs, like the ones that kind of sit low to the ground. They had those on sale, and I wanted them because they were like a really good price. I can't remember if they were like $8 or $10. So I bought 3 of them, and then if you got the subscription, the CVS subscription, you got like another percentage off, like that 15 or 20. So it was a really good deal. And the girl at the register was like, well, it's only $5 a month. And especially then, because I signed up for it, I think in maybe last year, and especially then, Aubrey and Riley were like staying pretty sick pretty often in school. So it was well worth it because I was going to CVS or Walgreens or somewhere pretty often to buy over-the-counter meds if we weren't going to the doctor. So it's actually, I mean, it's paid off for sure. And then you get that $10 reward monthly, so pretty cool. This is just a Wet n Wild like facial setting, loose setting powder, the Photo Focus, and I've had this like for a long time. And y'all, I really need to go through my makeup and clean it out, because I have lots of stuff in here that is probably, some of it expired, and then some of it is just stuff that I either don't use anymore or is barely any left. So yeah, I need to do that. And so I told y'all I am off work this week, but anytime you're off, it seems like your schedule gets busier than ever. And that's kind of how it's been for me this week. So yeah, that's where I am. So it's what else? So y'all saw the gift that I did for a friend of mine. I was gonna show y'all the contents of what was inside, and I guess I still can because I was expecting to see her yesterday and I didn't get to see her. So it's actually still in my truck. So if I have time in the vlog, not time, but if I think about it again, in between everything else, I'll end up showing y'all what's inside. It's a cute little gift that I got her, and I actually got one for myself. So I'm just kind of doing something quick today. It's not really a whole lot. Aubrey has an orthodontist appointment at 11:30 or 11:15. So they are actually, I think they're awake, but they're upstairs. So I'm actually just getting ready this morning. I got the workout in, even though it took pure discipline today because I did not want to do it. So it was a 20-minute Pilates workout. And I like the Pilates and stuff like that just because, of course, it's not too harsh on your body. Not to say it's easy by any means, because it's not. But it is a good way to start to build like strength, work on balance, work on core for sure. And this eyebrow is not working out the way I want it to. But I got it in anyway. So yeah, of course we always feel better after the fact. And as far as this brow stuff, I think this is like LA Colors. No, it's LA Girl Rich Chocolate Brown. So I go back and forth with what I use for my eyebrows for sure. Really kind of with my foundation too. It's really whatever I like in the moment or whatever I decide to try. Because like I can easily go to CVS and find something that I like and I'm like, oh, I want to try that, and I'll try it. So yeah. But today we have the orthodontist appointment, and of course I knew the girls went back to school August 1st, but I'm like, dang, that is next Friday. So between today and tomorrow, we'll probably end up trying to figure out the rest of their school items, which we pretty much have everything clothing wise. And this, y'all, this is just like not working right now. Probably because I'm talking to y'all. No, I'm just kidding. But we'll probably end up getting the rest of their school items. So the clothes are pretty much done, like clothing. Besides getting like a couple other pair of shoes for Riley, Aubrey maybe one more pair maybe, because they have stuff, of course, to add in with last year, and then they also have some things that they didn't wear last year. I know. So we'll end up probably doing that maybe after the orthodontist, maybe grab some lunch, and then I'll plan to take y'all along with me as much as I can for that. And I'm gonna finish my makeup, and then after that, I'm probably gonna end up going to make an iced coffee if I don't pick up one from somewhere. I really have some stuff in my refrigerator. Like I have some stock in there. I have the Starbucks caramel macchiato in there that I really need to get out of the refrigerator. So I'll probably end up making an iced coffee today, and then we'll kind of go from there. There's still some things around the house I want to get done and clean before I go back to work. Thankfully, I do work from home now pretty much all the time. So that kind of gives me a little bit of leeway during the week. But for the most part, when I took this week off, it was with the intention of getting a little bit more organized and storage, things organized, not necessarily storage, but things a little bit more organized and things having its own place. So that's kind of where I am. But just, again, the girls go back to school next Friday. So really just trying to get everything in order for that. And it kind of put a little bit of a damper in my plans for the week with everything that we have going on to get ready to go back to school. And then plans of kind of like last minute things that friends have asked us to do. Like, I think I might have mentioned like going to Wild Adventures, possibly Friday, I think now. So that will be probably like an almost all day kind of thing. And then we may have some family coming into town. So just a lot for the weekend already. And then y'all know it'll be time to go back to work again on Monday. So, and then we have open house next Thursday to figure out who the teachers will be and all that good stuff. So yeah, so just a lot going on, really for the week. And then I think that's about it for now, but still a lot, too much, right? There's always something going on. You just want to breathe or sometime. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready, and then I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Hey, I was gonna tell y'all, so if you are looking for a really good matte eyeshadow, this Morphe one is actually really good. I got it from CVS probably maybe sometimes last year, if not before. But if you're looking for a good one that just kind of gives you a pop, but it's still kind of neutral and subtle, this one is one of my favorites and my go-to. So, sometimes you want an eyeshadow that is a little bit, I guess, faded or in the background, but still gives you a pop. This one is a great one for that. It comes in like 6 colors. So I really, really like it. The colors are pigmented, but then they're still matte. So then when you put your eyeliner on, or even if you don't, it still gives you that kind of pop that you want in your eyes. So check it out if you do not, or if you've never tried this Morphe one. Y'all see how my makeup is such a mess? So I'm kind of ashamed as far as how many lip colors I have. Like, y'all, I have a whole rectangular one like this, and then I have one under here. So I'm not gonna pull them out, but I love lipstick. I love lipstick. So I even have makeup. So all 3 of these bins have makeup in them, but this one right here in the middle is specifically for like lip colors. So I'm telling y'all, I really just have to take a day and clean this stuff out, and then just probably like clean it off with like some soapy water, things like that, because I have stuff in here that's never been opened to. So I'm making my iced coffee here, and this Starbucks cup is actually pretty cool. I bought it from Starbucks, and if you take the cup each time that you go, they will give you, I think, a percentage off of your order. I've never taken it. I did buy it, but I've never taken it just because, I don't know. After I bought it, I felt some type of way about them handling my cup every time I went, and I don't know. I could always take the straw out and when I hand it to them, but I don't know. But I've never taken it there. I just thought the cup was cool. It is a cup that works pretty well, but the lid on it is not my favorite because sometimes it doesn't stay tight enough. I don't know if it's just the one that I bought or if they're all that way. But anyway, I mean, it is just a good coffee cup to have, or a Starbucks cup in general. So right here, I'm just putting like some, I normally like cold foam, but I didn't have any, so I use whipped cream, some vanilla flavoring that I got from TJ Maxx, which I'm out of currently now, and some caramel syrup ice, and I just kind of gave that a good mix in the stock, the unsweet. So yeah, y'all tell me in the comments how you like your iced coffee or your hot coffee. I drink both. Hey y'all, so we finally made it back from the store. We did get to the orthodontist today. We went to the shoe store. So I forgot really to vlog inside of there, but for the most part, we were trying on shoes anyway, just to kind of see what the girls could wear, couldn't wear, what fit good. Y'all know how that is. Touching the toe on the shoes to make sure they fit. So basically that's what we did for the most part today. So we're just getting back home and getting settled. I did get a couple pair of shoes for myself that were actually a deal like you could not beat. Like I got one pair for like 10 bucks, actually like $9.98, and then I got one pair for like 12 bucks. So I'll show y'all those. Y'all saw me with the iced coffee this morning, and I did finish that one. And then I just needed like a little pick me up today, this afternoon. The one I had this morning was the stock unsweet that I just made my own like iced coffee with like it was caramel and then butterscotch and then the sweet cream. What's the brand? The real cream, sweet cream that I just added in there. So this one, when I go to Starbucks, I typically like to get decaf because I do have interstitial cystitis. So my bladder tends to get a little aggravated depending on like what I drink or like more acidic things or like things with caffeine. So I got an iced caramel macchiato, which is really so good. Y'all, chef kiss. Chef's kiss. So it is decaf, so it won't bother me so bad. But I am gonna finish up dinner right now. We are actually having neck bones. Now I love all things pretty. I love all things elegant, classy, all that. But y'all, I love Southern cooking. I'm from the South. And we are having neck bones today. I started cooking them yesterday and ended up time just did not allow really everything to happen that I wanted to yesterday because I cleaned mostly all day yesterday. So today we're gonna eat the neck bones, rice, and some leftover string beans and potatoes that I have. So I'm gonna make the cornbread right now too, and then just kind of fry that up in some whole cakes, and then we're gonna be eating in a little bit. And then tonight I might try to get a little bit more cleaning done since I've been gone most of today. And y'all see those bananas are still hanging on back there. Yeah, we got to do something with those. If I decide to do something with those, I may end up vlogging it. If not, I'll have to let y'all know in the next vlog. So I was letting y'all know before, like I am really trying to get more on point with my vlogs and just be more consistent because I don't want to be the vlogging girl that you only see like so many times a year, or every time you see me, my kids have gotten older or I've gotten older because it's been so long. So, you know, and not to bring like high attention to that because life happens. But for the most part, just to be more consistent and be more present on my channel. That is what my goal is. And just kind of keep y'all updated. And just like life. And just kind of see what y'all are doing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up dinner. And then I'm going to show y'all my shoes in a little bit. And y'all see, I was telling y'all about my kitchen, my stovetop eyes on my burners. They are both coming on at the same time. But good news, the guy's coming to fix those on Friday afternoon at some point. So I'm excited about that because both of these on make it really hot in here. And look at this, because I'm showing y'all just how much my stove really needs to be cleaned. But to my defense, I have been cooking and I haven't wiped it off. So I'll clean that up in a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited about that because it makes it super hot in here. And then it makes it where like if I'm cooking something over here, then I have to either put like a boiling pot of water over here so that nothing pops over here. Or, you know, just kind of improvising. So it's definitely a hassle when you cook quite a bit and just kind of when it's already like 100 degrees outside and then you're just steadily warming up the house. So I'll be excited when that's done.
Thought I had to try to make no mistakes. I prep ahead of time. I'm never late. Make it there on time. Don't bring down the mood. Greet them with a smile. I thought that it was smart. Stay in my lane. Always hit the mark. Thought that was the way to get a head start. Perfection's the play. I had the leading part. I realize you never get a medal in the end. No, no one's gonna give you any credit. I was playing a game, but no one else seemed to participate. And I can't believe I got so judgy. I don't know what got into me. Can't believe I let it get so ugly. Situation, keeping track of what everybody's doing. Do they have something I like? Try to prove I could be just as good, but I misunderstood what it's supposed to be about. Realize you never get a medal in the end. No, no one's gonna give you any credit. I was playing a game, but no one seemed to participate. And I can't believe I got so judgy. I don't know what got into me. Can't believe I let it get so ugly. I let it go too far. Got so judgy, making sure nobody got above me. Can't believe I let it get so ugly. Gonna find anything to fall me on. Thought that would mean I'd won. So afraid of being.
Y'all, it is pouring down raining here. Let me show y'all outside. Pouring. So it's supposed to rain today, tomorrow, Friday, and then our heat index is supposed to get up to like between 100 and 108 by the weekend. So raining and storms, just a dreary day pretty much everywhere today around like near us, and then it's supposed to get really hot by the weekend. So yeah, is it raining in your area, in y'all's area? Is it raining in your area, or has it been pretty dry? Because we've been getting like showers and storms kind of every afternoon except for the last week or so. So that hasn't changed today, and I think for the next few days it won't. So there's a high chance of rain every day up until like Saturday, and then we'll be still burning up with no rain at that point. So yeah, what's it doing in your area? All right, so I promised to show y'all what I got for my friend Juvie. So this was just a tissue paper. So I thought I was gonna see her yesterday and I didn't get to. So this was the bag that I ended up getting, which I showed y'all from Dollar Tree. And again, they have really cute like gifts things. Like I've gotten some really pretty like ribbon out of there. I have gotten, matter of fact, let me show y'all this ribbon. This is just like a spool of ribbon that I got from there a while back. So I mean, of course there's not a whole lot of each color, but there is a pretty good amount, and you get 4 different colors in this spool. And so I was gonna tie this in a bow, and I might still end up doing that, but for now I just kind of put it on here to spiral down. But yeah, if you need like any type of gift bags, tissue paper, really pretty ribbons that you would not think you would find at the Dollar Tree, y'all should definitely check them out because they have a really good selection, way more than what they used to. So for first thing first, I got her this lip stain, which the lighting, I don't know if y'all can see that really well, but this is the Cream Shop, the glossy 12-hour lip stain. So I I think the one that I have is called Something Please, but it's a really pretty like deep pink lip stain that I have that by their brand, and I actually just happened to pick it up one day in CVS, and so I got so many compliments on that lip color. And her in particular, she was just like, she really loved it. So I went to look for it on Amazon. I couldn't find the same color. I went back to CVS, couldn't find it. She went to CVS, she could not find it. What I did was I found this one, and the name of this one is actually New Flame. So it is probably a little bit more shade of like a reddish color, but it does have like a pink hue from when I looked at it on Amazon. So I did get her that one. I don't know if they discontinued the one that I have. I think it's called not Pink Please. I know it has like Please in the title, but I'll have to double check. Like if y'all want to know the name of it, let me know down in the comments, and I can let you know once I look. And then I got her the Lost in Santal. It's Lost in Santil, basically, but it looks like Santal. Lost in Santil. If it's wrong, y'all, just don't judge me. I got her the Bath and Body Works spray, which, you know, all of those were like dupes for some of the higher end perfumes. I can't remember which one that one was a dupe for, but basically I got her that. And last but not least, that's the rice cooker, y'all. The rice is done. Last but not least, I got her this really cute quilted bag, and it does have a strap to it, so you can do it like a one shoulder or a crossbody. And then I got it embroidered for her. So super, super cute. I did get myself one of these too, because it's just too cute to pass up, and for the price. And Aubrey now wants one for herself, of course. So we may end up getting one. I didn't really get her a Riley one from the very beginning because I wasn't sure how big they would be. But I don't think it's like super big, like for a kid. So it might be something actually we revisit. But I will say though, I did go back and look for those the other day, and they were out of stock. But that doesn't mean they won't get them back in stock. So that's just what I got her. So hopefully I'll see her soon, and then I can give it to her. And then of course the card is in here. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all the shoes that I got as promised. So disclaimer. So I typically wear like an 8. Sometimes I can wear a 7.5. It really just depends. But y'all know, depending on the shoe, sometimes if they're a little bit more narrow, or if they're really just not true to size to what they say, sometimes I'll try a shoe on, like if it looks like I can wear it, or if it's barely gonna be a little bit big. So that was the case with these, because these are actually a 9.5, and like I said, I normally wear 8. Sometimes I can wear 7.5, kind of like you'll see on the other shoe. So these were regularly $29.99, and I got them for $10.98. So I don't know about y'all, but when I see a deal like that, it's really hard for me to pass it up, and I'm almost sad when I can't fit it. So there were some other ones that I really liked. I couldn't fit them, or they didn't have my size, or they were like final sale, whatever. But I tried them on. These are so cute. So we actually have a reception to go to this weekend, and I'm thinking about possibly wearing these. I love the color on them because they're actually like a neutral. They're really not a beige, but they're kind of like an off beige silver color. So I love the lacy part of them too, and they just look really cute on, because this part fits around the ankle and the heel isn't too high. So I could not pass these up for basically 11 bucks. So that is those. And then, and I went to we used to have one here, but the name of the store is actually Shoe Show. I don't know if you have one in your area, but if you do, they normally have really good shoes, y'all. So when we had one here, I would go in there pretty often, and they had actually like Pierre de Moss shoes, which I really like Pierre de Moss. And a lot of times when you look for their shoes, they're really comfortable and unique, but sometimes they're a little bit pricey. So they do, I don't know if they still carry those, but they used to carry a lot of those, and I really, really like them. So, matter of fact, I really didn't see any in there today, but I used to go there for a lot of their shoes and just like styles they had in general. So one thing I will tell y'all, I'm a stickler for like some velvet, suede, anything like that, okay? I love these when I saw them. I love a classic sling back. I love a classic pointy toe. The heel on these are like not too high, something you can wear for a while and be able to like tolerate them. So these are actually a 7.5, and they're wide though. So normally, like with a pointier heel, I like to go up a size or a half size. Normally a whole size, because they kind of don't leave you a lot of wiggle room in the toe area. So these happen to be a 7.5 wide. So they must have been waiting on me. And I did get them, and I tried them on in the store, and I really, really like them. Even the girl at the register, she was commenting on how cute they were. So I actually have another pair that is a camel color that I got from Maurice's a while back, and they have like the block heel on them. I wore them like one time, and they're really comfortable too. But anyway, these were regularly $29.99, and I got them for $9.98. So I was stealing and dealing and wheeling today, y'all. I'm so excited about that. And then the girls got a pair of they got a few pair of shoes. Really, I bought shoes for Riley today, who is 8, and she's going to 3rd grade. So Aubrey had recently got a pair of Converse that were really cute. So I just got Riley the classic pair of Converse too, the high top. And these are really cute. They actually have the little strap across. And what else did we get? These were on sale for $40. And then we got these. These were final sale. They're just little Nautica shoes. And the lady at the register, she was like, oh, those are so cute. They remind me of like an eraser. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. That could be good and bad, right? We don't really want to wear eraser shoes, but I get what she was going with the pink. So they have like these really pretty, just like pastels in them. So it's got like a minty color, this lighter pink, and then like a white with a hint of like silver glitter on there. So just a cute little shoe to wear with many different things. And I know a lot of parents don't like white tennis shoes for their kids to wear to school or white sneakers. But I always think about I can wash them. And normally if you get like white or something with a minimal color, or, you know, shoes that can go with a lot of different things, then it's not that big of a deal, because you can end up wearing them with so many things. So that's how I think about it, because you're going to end up washing a lot of the shoes anyway, no matter what color you get. So, and then these, like I said, they were on clearance final sale for $16. So I thought that was a good deal. And then I got these, which are so cute. These are peanut shoes, and they say $14.99 on there, but on the one of the other boxes, they were actually on sale for $11.98. So good deal. I love a good deal. I love a good bargain. And y'all know pretty much everything is always gonna go on sale at some point or another. Like, I understand some things, if you really want it, get it then, because you may miss it, but for the most part, everything goes on sale. So these super cute little shoes, they have Snoopy on them with a sunflower. They're black, so that makes them unique in themselves a little bit. They're a black sneaker. Snoopy makes them more unique, and then they say Snoopy up here, so they're so cute, right, Riley? Riley like these.
Personally, I liked them so much that I got the wrong size of shoes.
Yeah.
And then I realized that, and then, yeah, but I really like those. And I also really like my Converses.
Right. So what she means is she picked up the display shoe, which was not her size. And I was like, Riley, don't get so excited, because you still have to make sure that it's your size. You can't just pick up the shoe and put it on. So I found her size, and which was a 3. And she was able to wear them, so we were excited about that. So really, I got all of these shoes for $91 and change, so not too bad, because that ended up being 5 pairs of shoes. So I'm not upset about that. So Aubrey actually got, like I said, several pairs of shoes the last time we went to the store. Well, actually, when we found a lot of cute shoes for her and Ross. And she has 2 pair of Converses. One low top, one high top, and they're really cute. And then she has some other shoes. Riley has some new SpongeBob shoes that are high top, and they are really cute. One is Patrick and one is SpongeBob. So she can't wait to wear those. So we're gonna finish up getting dinner warmed up and finished. Well, warmed up meaning like things that I cooked yesterday, which was basically like the neck bones, and that was it. Getting ready to get the rice. Let me go check the rice and see if it's done. because I need to do a rice cooker. My rice cooker, it cooks. Sometimes it'll cook perfectly the first time, and then other times it will beep, but the water will still be in it and it won't cook well all the way through. So I've got to get a new rice cooker. So I feel like I'm out of breath. I have to get, this one is the Aroma brand, and the last one I had was an Aroma brand, and it kind of did the same thing. So we're thinking that next time we get a different one, another one, is definitely not going to be Aroma. I don't know if we just use them too much or if we just need a new brand. So, which we probably do. And I don't know. But Dez is like, let's just get a Japanese rice cooker. So hopefully that one will work better. No discrimination on that, but just saying hopefully it's engineered a little bit better, because we know a lot of times a lot of rice is eaten in those cultures. So yeah, y'all see my pot steaming in the background. So Aubrey and Riley wanted to tell y'all about their find today too. So they found these inside of the shoe store, and they found the silly bands that we used. All the kids in the 90s and the 2000s knew about silly bands. Probably more so 2000s, late 90s maybe. But we all had silly bands, and I love silly bands too. So they found some. Matter of fact, I think Aubrey's teacher had given her some, or one of her teachers had given her some the end of last year.
Yeah.
So they were really happy about that. And then today, I just happened to be looking in one of the bins, and this is what they found.
I have
or what I found, and then they like them.
I got the groovy glow in the dark ones. So.
So they're really cute. So they have like on the back they have, and yep, they were $2.98. Or no, these were actually 97 cents. I did not know that. So these have like the different like groovy shapes on there. So a flower, heart, peace sign, mushroom, cute. And then they probably have more than that in there as far as the different shapes, because there are 12 pieces unless there are multiple of the same one.
I know. There's actually, it says 12 on the package, but there's actually duplicates in there. So if you ever lose one, you have more.
So there's duplicates.
There's good. That's good about the actual pack.
All right, show them yours.
I got the SpongeBob one, and it has these characters in it. It has Squidward, SpongeBob, Gary, Patrick, another SpongeBob that's running, and then a jellyfish.
Yep. So all the things that SpongeBob likes, his friends, jellyfish, and all that stuff. So cute. So they actually had, and then they had Encanto, they had Batman, they had, what else? I'm missing another one.
They had like
oh, they had princesses.
Yep. And there's like a whole bucket of them. And a big, and the good thing about these packs is that there's a lot in here.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go finish dinner, and then I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Yes, the rice cooked perfectly the first time, so we don't have to run it through again. So I'm so happy about that. And then over here we have the neck bones warming up, so we're about to be ready to eat those. Now, if you do not know about neck bones, typically I will put some hot sauce in here when I cook them. You can put onions in here while you cook them. Sometimes I'll do that. But if not, and if somebody's eating, like when the girls are eating, they may or may not like theirs, spicy. Sometimes they do. Then we'll just kind of add some at, when you make a plate. And then I have string beans and potatoes. So those are over here. They're all heated up. So we're gonna get ready to eat. And then the cornbread is in the oven, just keeping it warm. And I showed y'all that already. So let me know in the comments if you eat neck bones, if you're open to eating neck bones, or if you never had neck bones, all that good stuff. Because I'm telling y'all, don't knock it until you try it. So here is the final product. We have rice, neck bones, string beans, and potatoes. Y'all might have me say snap beans and potatoes sometimes, but these are because you have to snap the beans. These are fresh. And then we have cornbread over there. So delicioso. So dinner is done. I just finished eating. The girls are finishing up eating too, and Dez is still at work. So on evenings, like when he works, we kind of end up all eating a little bit separately, but when we're all here together, we try to eat together. So But I'm gonna close out the vlog here. But before I do, I wanted to tell y'all, remember I told you last time that I had gotten these little sample perfumes from Belk before in this little travel bag basically, and I told you that I would tell you which ones I tried, which ones I like. So I have tried so far the Whisper by Toomey, and then I've also tried the I Want You by Jimmy Choo, and then I also tried the Tory Burch one, which is, I don't know the name of this one. It might be on the card. It's just a Tory Burch signature. So I've tried all three of those. I like all of them. I would say the Toomey is a little bit stronger. So you, ooh, it fell out. I would say the Toomey is a little bit stronger. So you definitely don't need much of that. And I say that in a way that if you put too much of that on, it's almost like take your breath away. Versus the Tory Burch is a little bit on like the sweeter side, because it is a mix of citrus and florals. So it does smell really good. This one, again, I mean, most of these perfumes you don't need a lot because a little goes a long way. I will say the Tory Burch, I don't think it smells for a long time. Like, you can't smell the scent for a long time personally, at least on me. The Toomey doesn't last very long. Maybe because I didn't spray a whole lot of that, but it is kind of strong. I would say the Jimmy Choo one is my favorite one right now. So not to say that I wouldn't purchase the other ones, but again, the whole purpose of the samples was for me to just kind of get back into trying some other perfumes, because y'all know on social media, you'll see like different people have opinions on perfumes and different ones they like, and sometimes they don't smell the same on everybody. So I just kind of wanted to get back into getting into like smelling some different ones again, because I haven't bought like an expensive perfume in a while. So I wanted to do that. I used to do my arm is getting tired, y'all, because I don't have my tripod. I used to do, what is the sample, what is the company called that would give you Scentbird? So I used to do Scentbird. I actually have one of the little tubes in here left, and I don't know which one's in here. I think more of like a scent that was a little bit more fallish. But I used to do Scentbird for a while, and I really like getting those because they're a little bit bigger. Like this one I have left is Rag and Bone, is Oddity. So it does have like a, it's more of like a spicy, like warm scent. Kind of reminds me of fall. So I do have that one left. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it is one that, again, you don't need very much of it because it is kind of strong. So I was trying to find the Jimmy Choo. So this is the Jimmy Choo one, and it's falling out of the package somewhere in here. So I would say this is my favorite one for now. And I do have a friend, she loves this one. So that's definitely one I feel like is a staple that you could buy and have that in your collection, just to have, you know, that you can wear as an everyday perfume. Because when I wore it, I got compliments from Des, and then the girls complimented me on it. So definitely a staple. The other ones I haven't really worn yet, and then the Tory Burch and the Toomey, like I said, they're scents that they're good, and I think all of them are gonna be good, but it's just narrowing down like what your favorite is. So, but yeah. So that's where I am with that. I think for the rest of this afternoon / evening, I'm going to try to get a little bit more cleaning done. I have so much to do, y'all. Like I said before, stay tuned because we have some big things coming, right? Is our plan. And again, I'm just so thankful to be able to vlog and hang out with you guys some, and just share some of our lives with you. And then y'all do the same, you know, even in the comments down below, feel free to chat it up. We will definitely check the comments and chat it back up with you. And yeah, I think that's about it. For the most part, I'm just going to be here, sticking around. And I'll take y'all on the ride and the journey as we go. So I'm going to close the vlog out here. I hope y'all enjoyed hanging out with us, and come back for the next one. And until then, I will see you later, and y'all take care.